Hi everybody, welcome once again to my channel. I'm really excited to have you all gather around, and I do hope that I'm able to teach you one or two things and really help you with goal setting, because that's the series we're doing right now. We'll take a very quick break, and when we are back, we'll go straight into what I have for you today based on goal settings. Don't go anywhere. Alright, you're welcome back. And like I said earlier, we're going to be talking about goal settings. Actually, we started talking about goal setting on my last episode, and I told you it's going to be like a 3-part series. I'm not sure if it's going to be 3. It depends on how I'm able to put them together in one video, but I'm really trying. So today we're going to be talking about the steps you need to take so you're able to achieve your goals. Now, it is one thing for you to set goals, and it's another thing for you to achieve it. Now, one of the ways that you can achieve your goals, all of the ways that you can actually achieve your goals is all centered in how you set the goals. If you're able to set properly, if you're able to set the goals properly and arrange them properly, you are most likely going to be able to achieve it. But if you don't do it properly, then you know what the opposite is, and we don't want that, right? So I'm going to be telling you how you're going to set your goals to help you or enable you to achieve them. The first thing is you need to set SMART goals. Yes, I know that you need to set SMART goals. Everybody knows that, but I'm going to be using the word SMART as an acronym, and I'm going to be explaining every letter of that word. Now, the word SMART is spelled S-M-A-R-T, and that first letter is S. That's to say that the first explanation I'm going to be giving you is specific. Your goals have to be specific. No vague goals allowed. Now, if you are able to put together your goals in one way that everybody understands, this is exactly what we're going to do. They're not wishing on the stars. They're not imagining, okay, this might be what the idea is. No, they know exactly what to do. You have a 90% chance of being able to achieve the goal. And if it's a work goal, you have to make sure that your workers or your colleagues know exactly what the primary thing you're doing is based on that goal. So you have to be completely specific. The next thing, and the next letter is M, which is measurable. Your goal has to be measurable. You should be able to tell from this time to this time, I should be able to do this. From this time to this time, we should be able to accomplish this. When you're able to measure your goals, you're able to tell when you're close to reaching the goal or when you have already reached the goal. So you have to have something with which you can measure the speed, the speed or how slow your goals are. Very important. So the next word is attainable. Listen, I know that I say over and over again that you should dream big. I'm a big fan of dreaming big because I always tell you I'm a very spiritual person. God loves to be involved with very big goals. But you see, when you're setting goals, you need to be smart. Like I said earlier, you need to find out if it's attainable. Nothing is impossible, I know that, but you need to do your research. You need to do that data analysis. You have to know exactly, there's something that we always tell people, that there is nothing that you're starting that other people have not started before. So please do your research as much as possible before you set your goals. That way you're able to know the systems with which you can use to carry out that particular goal. It might just be the ideas that some other person has dropped on the internet based on your research. So it just makes it really, really easy for you to set the goal. So make sure that it is attainable. The next thing, based on goal setting, so we've covered SMAR, the SMA. So the next one is R. R means relevant. Your goal has to be relevant, be it a personal goal or a work goal. First, if it's a work goal, you have to make sure that all your team members know why that goal is important, so they feel that they are part of something big. They know the relevance of what that goal is, and everybody's hand is on deck because they know the end product. If it's a personal goal, you need to set a goal that is relevant. You don't just have to be somebody that is setting a goal just because. It has to even be relevant to you. So that is R, relevant. Your goal has to be relevant. The next one, we've covered SMAR. The next one is T. That means it has to be time bound. You should set goals with time limits. Now, another thing that is very important when it comes to having time bound is make sure that you do not set goals with too much time or with less time. This is what I mean. Now, if there's a goal that has to be achieved, you know that the goal has to be achieved in 3 weeks, and then you give it 4 months. It makes your workers redundant, because in before 4 months they're done setting they're done achieving the goal, and they have so much time and they don't know what to use the time for. And then if you also set goals with a shorter time limit for goals that would actually take a longer time, and then you put a very short time limit, it makes them feel like they are underachievers. So make sure that you're able to, based on your research and your analysis, you're able to tell the time with which a particular goal will be good to go. So it's very important that you have SMART goals. Now that is one tip actually of helping you achieve your goals. If you can use the SMART process, you are good to go. But I'm also going to be adding some other tips that would really help you. So the next one, so I would say this is number 2. Number 1 is set SMART goals. I just have to explain the different SMART, the meaning of SMART, which is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound, right? Okay, so number 2, you need to write your goals down. You need to write your goals down. Those of you who are Christians know that the Word of God says, write it down, write the vision and make it plain. So if you're able to write it down, it is no longer just an idea. It is something that is tangible. You can see it, and you'll be able to achieve it better. Trust me, if you're able to write your goals down, you're 30 or 50% into achieving that goal. So make sure you write it down. Number 2, or rather number 3, make sure it is visible. What I mean is, put your goals somewhere that you can constantly see it. If it's a work goal, you can put it where you usually do your bulletins or your announcements or whatever it is. Just make sure that everybody can see the goal and they're constantly reminded of what they need to do. Another thing is, if it's a personal goal, make sure you put it somewhere that you always pass. It might be at the back of your bathroom door. That is where my goals are. I know that it's weird, but that's where I put mine. Make sure that it is a place where a lot of people can see it, or where you can see it, so you're constantly reminded and you're constantly on track, right? Next one, you have to break it down. Like I said earlier, goals always have to have objectives. So you have to have little goals inside that big goal so that you're able to follow the process and make sure that you achieve the goal. Because if you just have a whole goal, it's going to look cumbersome. It's going to look like it's such a big deal. It's going to look like it's unattainable. But if you're able to break it down, you'll be able to achieve the goal, because you know that there's a task for you to achieve on at every time, every day. And as you keep doing that, you'll be able to achieve the bigger goal, right? Next up, you need to take action. Very important. Do something every day that brings you closer to your goal, no matter how small. It might just be praying today. Tomorrow it might be making inquiries. The next day it might be going to a particular office. But just make sure that you take action every day, something that brings you closer to your goal, right? Next up, you need to make sure that you live a balanced life. I know we're talking about goals, staying on track, not forgetting, but make sure that you know that there are other things in life apart from that, your goals. So make sure that in that whole process of making sure you achieve your goals, you should live a very balanced life, still eat healthy, socialize, have a great time, but still have at the back of your mind that you have a goal to achieve. Don't be that person that will just be burdened by their goals and not look at any other thing in life. You don't have friends anymore because you feel you have to achieve a goal. Live a balanced life, but still know that you have a goal to achieve, right? Another thing is, you need to have an accountability officer. It might be a very close friend, it might be a boss, just someone who can hold you accountable, who can always remind you of your goals, who can always ask you if you have done this, if you have done that, and all of that. For me, I have someone who helps me do that. I don't have to tell you who it is, so make sure that you have that person in your life who holds you accountable, who is constantly asking you and constantly checking if that goal is being reached or if you are on the right track, right? Then also, finally, I'll say you should always reflect and adjust. Have moments where you have to go back to the goal, reflect on how far you have come, reflect on what you should take out, reflect on what you should add, adjust, and all that good stuff. If you're able to put all of these things together while you're setting goals, being able to have an accountable person, an accountability officer, being able to reflect, being able to break your goals down, being able to write it down, make it visible. If you're able to put all of this together, trust me, you'll be able to achieve your goals, and your goals will not look like they're the biggest thing in the world. It will be, yes, it is a big goal, but then breaking it down and doing all of these things will make it easier for you to achieve. And with that, I have come to the end. I hope I've been able to teach you 1 or 2 things or 3 things as to goal setting. And I do hope that you're able to use all of these things to set goals and also to achieve the goals. Thank you all so much for joining me. I will see you in my next episode, and I do hope I'll be talking about time management. I think that's what I'll be talking about. So let us look forward to it. Thank you again for joining. Subscribe, comment, like, and all that good stuff. Bye for now.